Hello, you guys, and welcome back to Mystical Visions. So, today I want to do a really quick general reading, whatever message wants to come through. No specific theme, just what your guides or the universe feels like you need to hear today. We've just got three cards, we've got one oracle card, and um, we're just going to let them talk. It's going to be a quick one because your girl has a busy week ahead. So, yeah, I've got a couple of little rocks for you to pick from. So, for pile one, we have this little pointy guy. For pile two, we have this rock. And for pile number three, we have a long, pointy boy. So I will give you guys a moment with these cards, with these piles. Take a look at what calls to you intuitively. Timestamps, as always, are in the video description. If you find that this reading resonates for you, no matter what message comes up, please remember to like, comment, subscribe. Yeah, without much further ado, timestamps are in the description. I'll see you guys at your pile. Pile number one, hello. So if you picked this little boy, I don't know, I feel like he's a little boy. Then this is your mystery reading for today. Don't really know what's going to come up, but we have three tarot cards and an oracle card for any advice that wants to come through for you today. And I also have a tarot deck on standby just in case we need a clarifier. So let's just dive into what message the universe has for you today. First, we have the Seven of Swords. There is something that you don't see coming right now. The Seven of Swords could mean sort of like an unseen energy, but in a bunch of different contexts. So it could just be something surprising that's coming your way that you don't see coming, some change that's coming your way that you're not necessarily expecting. It could be a sense of betrayal in some ways, which I guess the universe would want to warn you about in advance. But when I was shuffling your cards, there was a lot of cards that wanted to come out and speak, and I was trying my best to limit everything to three cards and an oracle card. And I feel like for you, we do need clarifiers, but we'll take a look at the rest of the cards. So far, we have something unexpected that's coming your way, and that's as clear as I can be with the message. Next, we have the Hermit in reverse. So it feels like whatever is coming your way is going to maybe push you out of your comfort zone. It's gonna cause you to step out from your inner world. You might be the kind of person that internalizes a lot. You might be the kind of person that does a lot of introspection. Maybe you live in your higher chakras a lot. So that's your crown, crown, third eye, and throat. I don't know why I said solar plexus, maybe. But it feels like there is change coming your way that's causing you to come out of that shell and engage with the earth realm a little more than you normally do. The Hermit is Virgo energy. So to have this in reverse kind of tells me that it might help you release your perfectionistic streak, or it might be a lesson in releasing your perfectionism tendencies. And final card we have is the Page of Coins, more earth energy. This could be something new that you'll find yourself wanting to invest in. And it could have to do with your abundance, but let's get some clarifiers. Can we clarify the Seven of Swords? Because that's what I'm curious about. Too many. But we have the Four of Wands in reverse and the World in reverse. These are the two I'm going to take, and we're not going to look at the rest. So something that you've been looking forward to that doesn't necessarily work out the way you wanted it to. Because the Four of Wands talks about celebration, it talks about usually like weddings and things like that. And the World talks about completion, fulfillment. It feels like, and okay. So there might be something in your life, some aspect of your life, perhaps a relationship, where you might feel like this is it, this is completion, this is either this is the one for me and I don't have to work hard anymore, or I don't have to keep looking, or it could be that you assume that where you are in a relationship is as far as it will go, and this Seven of Swords moment is coming up to show you that there is more under the surface. There is more you need to know about this situation. I'm just using the relationship as an example. It could be anything, but there is more you need to know about the situation before you sort of write it off as either a happy ending or a sad ending or whatever. Like, it feels like your preconceived notions, your assumptions are being challenged a little bit. Yeah, we clarify the Page of Coins. With the Hermit, I feel like the Star in reverse. Okay, that makes sense. Whatever this is starting to ground you in reality a little bit. Because the Star is Aquarius energy. It is sort of dreamy, not in this world, not quite Pisces levels of emotionally dreamy, but rather not wanting to be limited by the constraints of physical reality. That's the kind of energy with the Star. So to have it in reverse, and that's clarifying in your Page of Coins, that to me kind of feels like you're learning to ground into the world around you. Yeah, with the Hermit in reverse as well, it feels like you've been using this Hermit energy of, personal development, spirituality, me time, self-care, all of that as a means to escape the physical world. And it feels like whatever unexpected moment is coming up is sort of forcing you to just kind of just land in the physical world, if that makes sense. Interesting. But this is important because it is the beginning of a new journey with the pages. It's usually about learning, setting off on I don't want to say a new path, because that's more the ace energy. With a page, it's like setting off on the path of mastery. It's like you've got to an upper beginner stage and you've done most of the work to get to this point, but now you start to really refine your skills. So in this case, it might be that you in the past have spent a lot of time dissociating from the world for whatever reason. We've all got our reasons for wanting to escape this world. It's, perfectly understandable, but it feels like you've worked really hard to learn to ground into reality. And now it's like you're really stepping into an energy of learning to balance it, maybe, or learning the little nuances of what it means to be in the physical world but not of it. Yeah, it's like it's the energy of I know I am a physical human being, but I also know that I am a spiritual being. And each of these has its merits. It doesn't mean that one is better than the other. Um, and I will no longer use my spiritual self as a means of escaping my physical reality. That's the kind of vibe I'm getting. And something interesting is coming up. Something, maybe you do a lot of shadow work and an unexpected aspect to your shadow self comes up that you did not really consider before. And it might change what a happy ending means to you, if that makes sense. So maybe you're the kind of person that your ideal happy ending would involve a big house, big yard, 12 cars, that kind of thing. And then you realize that actually, no, after going through all the shadow work, I feel like I just want to retire in a cottage. Or vice versa, you might find that you do actually want a very lavish life and you've been denying yourself the dream of it because you feel like that would hinder your spirituality. That's just an example, but I feel like it gets the point across. Interesting. Your advice with the animal spirit, and we'll read this from the book, is the cow spirit in reverse. The miracles are endless. Yeah, didn't we just talk about limiting your desires because you feel like it might get in the way? Let's read this one from the book. So this is number 15, if that means anything to you. This could be you rediscovering something that you used to enjoy when you were 15. Or just the 15th of a month might be a significant number for you, a significant time for you. Cow spirit in reverse, the miracles are endless. Protection message. Cow spirit asks you to pay attention to how you nourish your mind, body, and spirit, because right now you are wobbling around like a newborn calf on its unsteady legs. Perhaps you've been spending too much time distracting yourself on the internet or obsessing over a relationship or choosing to eat food that is not healthy. Whatever it is, you're being nudged to assess how you are looking after your needs. Cow Spirit reminds you that the universe wants to give you the very best, but it needs you to do your part to participate and nourish your well-being. We did talk about self-care earlier as well, but perhaps you want to be a little more mindful about the kind of self-care that you're engaging in, because a lot of us use the term self-care to really mean doing a face mask and having a nap and getting a avocado toast or whatever it is that the IG girlies do. But self-care really needs to be tailored to what you actually need. And maybe you've spent all this time doing self-care, but it's not really caring for yourself. It's caring for someone else's idea of what self is. Right? So maybe it's time to really check in with what your body needs, what your mind and what your spirit need right now. And then engaging in self-care that would actually help you. All right, pile one. So that is your quick little message for today. Thank you so much for being here and letting me read for you today and sharing your energy with me. I really do hope this message resonated and that you found some clarity and support from it. If you did, please do remember to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I have a PayPal tip jar in the bottom in the description if you'd like to support my work. And stick around to the outro for another reading on my channel, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye. Poll number 2. Hello, welcome to your mystery reading about whatever the universe wants to talk to you about. So if you picked this mid-sized guy, then this is your reading. So all we've got is 3 tarot cards. to give you a general message, an oracle card for any advice the universe wants to give you today, and I have a spare deck on the side just in case we need some clarifiers. So I don't know what this is going to be about, but let's have a look-see. We have the Nine of Swords. All right, so definitely some anxiety looming about. You might be feeling a sudden sense of just stress. It could also be because we are rapidly approaching holiday season. For a lot of you guys, when this reading comes out, it is around Thanksgiving time, and you might have been quite stressed about it. And also we have like the big, Christmas, New Year's coming in about a month. So that's a difficult time for a lot of people. But it doesn't have to be holiday related anxiety. You could just be dealing with a lot of anxiety right now. And I think the universe is really trying to be like, yeah, dude, what you feel is valid and real. We have the Star. Beautiful. There is definitely hope, though. I think this is more a message of comfort than anything, because I feel like you might be in a place where everything feels quite dark and quite gloomy, quite dreary. You might be dealing with a bit of seasonal stuff, just because the days are getting darker when it gets colder out for a lot of us. But I think it's really interesting that we then have the Star, which stars only come out at night. You can only really see them when it's darkest. And although they are tiny, they are still beautiful. And I think the universe is just kind of trying to bring your attention to the little things, the little glimmers of hope that still surround you. And it doesn't have to mean, these will eventually become big glimmers of hope. It could just be little things that you might find that are worth being grateful for today. For instance, the fact that you have air in your lungs, that you have vision and hearing to be able to consume this video in some way or other. You have access to the internet right now. You maybe hopefully have clothes on your back, some form of shelter, food, something. Anything that is keeping you alive today is worth being grateful for. And there might be way more things around you that you can find little bits of joy in. If not, just to put on a good old sitcom and have a laugh. Just something to sort of push your system out of this anxious mindset. Because the universe does want you to know that there is hope, even though it doesn't feel like it right now, because, wow, okay, the people upstairs are moving furniture. Sorry about that. There is hope, even though it doesn't feel like it right now, just because the way you're looking at your situation, your life right now, is limited not only by your perspective, but also by what you already know. There's so much that you don't know about yourself, about your life right now, that there's so much beauty and joy and opportunities and love and light coming your way that you just don't see yet. Probably because you have your eyes covered, quite literally. The final card is the Knight of Cups. What did I say? There's so much love and light coming your way. The Knight of Cups is someone that carries a message of love. So if you are feeling anxious about, will I ever be in a relationship? Will I ever find my person? Yeah, you will. And you will find them quickly. And it's also interesting that these three characters are all looking this way. So that to me kind of feels like just intuitively, it makes me feel like you're looking the right way, you're doing the right things. It is coming your way. It is just about divine timing. It does feel like you have a new message coming your way very soon. The Knight of Cups is usually carrying a message of love and o- often an offer of love in some way. So it could be that there is someone new coming your way if that's what you're looking for, or if not, um, there could just be a lot of emotional support and warmth coming your way. Let's look at a clarifier actually. What is coming your way? What is coming my pile number two's way? Oh, the moon. It is unclear. I feel like you might be going through. Oh, interesting. The moon comes directly after the star. And the light is getting bigger, actually. Huh. But the moon is usually talking about this shadowy energy of don't really know what's going on, but um, it will get clearer. There is a lot of like nighttime imagery, so you might be living in a place right now where everything does get dark very early, and that can kind of. And the Knight of Cups twice. Whoa. Okay, that's hilarious because that's two different decks, and this is why I specifically picked two different decks because I was like, if the same card wants to come out twice, it can come out twice, and what do you know? It did. What is this Knight of Cups energy, though? Oh, whoa. A lot fell out, but the one that really caught my eye is the Ace of Cups. Let me just get the others. Hang on. Okay. Yeah, I definitely feel like if you guys are looking for love, if you're looking for a new relationship, fear not. Someone is coming your way very, very quickly, and this person it's someone you don't know yet, and maybe that's why the moon is here, and that's why this Nine of Swords energy is here, because you don't really see this person coming your way, and they just kind of just show up with this Ace of Cups. They just show up out of nowhere. You don't know this person, you don't know of this person. They're just gonna show up one day and be like, here you go, here's some love from me to you. It doesn't necessarily have to be romantic. You could find your soul family, so friends, people that you have a joint mission with. I am feeling a bit of love energy here though, I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, the universe definitely needs you to know that you're doing the right things, you're going the right way, and very, very soon, someone very important is coming your way. I want to say in the next month or so. Yeah, in the next month or so, because when you're watching this, Aquarius season is in a month or two, and the Cups cards usually talks about months, I think. Yeah, months. So the Ace of Cups, 1 month ish. And between 1 month from now and the next Aquarius season, whenever that is, whenever you're watching this, um, whichever is closer, I want to say. Yeah, that's when this person is likely coming in. So, what's your advice? We have the cat spirit, claim your independence. Interesting. Oh, this cat is so beautiful. I think right now is the time to really make peace with yourself, with your independence, with your individuality. Um, the more you embrace it, the faster this person will come in, because if this person is meant to be in your life long term, they're clearly here for you, for the purest, most sort of intense, most concentrated form of who you are. So the more you're able to tap into that energy of your truest, purest essence, the faster this person can feel it in the field and come rushing into you. Okay? So cat spirit number 13, if that means anything to you. Cat spirit, claim your independence. When cat spirit meows, she's calling you to claim your independence and allow for some space between you and the others in your life. The only way you can grow in all your relationships now is to have a healthy sense of self-respect and self-worth. When you walk with dignity, knowing who you are, self-aware and willing to grow, trusting the value you bring, the world will mirror all this back to you in kind. She is here to urge you to let your independent spirit roam free. Beautiful, beautiful message, Pearl 2. So there is nothing you need to worry about, even though your mind is convincing you that you should do. I promise you, there is so much love and light coming your way. All right, so that was your quick message from the universe, Pal 2. I really hope it resonated and it brought you some support and clarity. If it did, please remember to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you so much for being here today and sharing your time and energy with me and letting me read for you. If you enjoyed it, if you like what I do have a link to my PayPal tip jar down in the description, and your support would go a really long way. But yeah, regardless, stick around to the outro for another reading on my channel, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye. Pile number 3, hello. So if you picked this long pointy boy, then this is your mystery reading. I don't really have a theme for what we're going to find out today. The first 2 piles were very different to each other. So whatever the universe wants to tell you, we're going to look at. I've got 3 tarot cards for your overall message, plus an oracle card for any advice. And we have the rest of the Rider-Waite deck here, just to get any clarifiers if we need them. But yeah, let's take a look at what message the universe has for you today. Oh yeah, by the way, for the other 2 decks, for the other 2 piles, I had these 3 cards in alternating orders, but yours very specifically wanted to come out in this order. So let's see. We have the 9 of Wands in reverse. It is time to drop the burden. Whatever you're carrying, whatever you've been carrying, it is time to let it go. I feel like you might be someone with a lot of responsibilities, or you've always had a lot of responsibilities. And because that is your norm, it's almost like you're afraid of letting things go now. It's like all you've ever known is being overly responsible for everyone and everything. And so you've built your life around being that person for everyone. And I feel like you're at this point in your life, you're just ready to let it all go. And I feel like you can very easily let it all go, but you're afraid of what it means if you do. Who are you if you are not? This is giving me very strong Luisa vibes from Encanto. If you've watched that movie, beautiful movie, my favorite movie of all times. But one of the sisters, Luisa, is the overly responsible one, and she carries a lot. And in her song, she talks about she says something like, who am I if I can't carry it all? It's like, yeah, it's that energy of you carry so much weight on your shoulders, and you feel like if you were to take a day off, the world would stop spinning. But you're also at the point where you desperately need a day off. So it's like a juxtaposition. And the universe is encouraging you to start considering dropping some of your responsibilities just for the sake of your own sanity and health. The next card. Wow, a lot of messages already. The next card is the Fool. Yeah, it's time for a new beginning. It's time to go back to basics and rewrite who you think you are. Because I think you're finally at the point in your life where you are truly independent, you are truly free, and you can go out there and be where the people are. You can do whatever you want with your life, and you still tie yourself to these responsibilities that aren't even yours to carry anymore. And it is time to shed all of that, let it go, step into this new beginning, step into this Fool energy. And I think the Fool here has two separate meanings for you. One, yes, a new beginning, a new cycle is starting up for you. But also, I feel like it is time to unlearn a lot. Go back to being the Fool about who you are. Go back to not knowing anything about yourself, because that allows you to start with a clean slate and to work your way up into rediscovering who you could be had those things not been thrust upon you at a very young age. It's about rediscovering what you are, what you're capable of, rather, when you don't have so much weighing you down. All right. And your third card is the Eight of Swords. Yes, there we go. The Eight of Swords is a character that's blindfolded, tied up, surrounded by like a cage of swords. But the thing of it is that this is a self-imposed incarceration. It is self-created. You've put these walls up yourself. And okay, what's interesting is, do you see how in the back there is this castle or these houses on top of a mountain? And then in this card, that's exactly what there is in the back as well. So it's like you can choose whether you want to be this character who is forever tied in and chained in a prison of their own making, or you can be this person who is free, who is out there chasing their dream. This message is so clear, Pile 3. It is time to let go of things that no longer serve you, because you deserve to be free. You deserve to find who you are outside of what you can do for other people. That is powerful, Pile 3. Let's get some clarifiers on how you can go about doing this, though, because it's all well and good to say, oh, drop the weight, but how can Pile 3 do this? Okay, we have the Nine of Wands in reverse again. Well, dang, bro, these cards don't mess around, do they? So Nine of Wands in reverse a second time. Absolutely hilarious. How can Pile 3 drop this weight? The Two of Swords. You know the answer. Because the Two of Swords talks about making a choice, but instead of making it with like outside input, it's about closing your eyes and looking inwards. That's interesting. Both these swords cards are blindfolded. Maybe it's time to put the logic of it aside, because swords talks about, mental energy. It talks about thinking, about logicking your way through a situation. But both of these are blindfolded. So that to me says you need to lean more into your intuition. Think about intuitively, how can you get out of the Tower? Yeah, you need to rebuild from the ground up. You need to restructure your entire life from the ground up. Are we not in focus, you guys? I'm so sorry. There we go. Yeah, you need to rebuild from the ground up. You need to just say hell no to everything that's around you right now. Just let it all go, build up from scratch. Whatever situation you've put yourself in so far, it is time to throw it all away and start fresh. That is all there is to it. Interesting. This is 8, this is 2, this is 16. 8 times 2 is 16. So, maths. Okay. Finally, what advice does the universe have for you? We have the vulture spirit in reverse. Nothing, no, it's not gonna. Nothing is wasted. Oh, that might be a fear that you carry with you, that if you do throw it all away, start over, that you might have wasted a huge chunk of your life. And clearly the universe disagrees, because nothing really is ever wasted. But let's see, this is number 63, which is another 9, lots of 9s. Completion of a cycle, beginning of a new cycle. Number 63, vulture spirit, nothing is wasted, protection message. Do you wish you could run away from your past or deny your mistakes? Not so fast, says vulture spirit. You've gained something valuable from the experience. Let your grief or anger move through you, and soon your emotions will transform, for you will come to see that you have learned and grown. Vulture spirit wants you to know that you embody beauty, and the alchemical transformation of the past is happening already. Hang in there. You are so loved, and so much beauty is waiting to come out of all of this. Yeah, I definitely think if you're worried about, all of this was a waste. Why did this have to happen in the first place if I wasn't meant to carry all this burden? No, those were lessons. Those were most likely karmic lessons even, but also the things that you've learned in your life so far will always provide valuable moving forward. So it's not time wasted at all. And yeah, I think the reason we didn't really get a clear answer on how you need to change your life, how you can go about changing your life rather, is because it's already happening. I think you don't really need to do anything. That might be the other issue that you might deal with a lot, is where you feel like you have to make things happen, you have to force things to happen. And maybe you're being pushed into a more passive, receptive energy of things will happen for you. All you have to do is sit down and allow it. Okay, so what a powerful message, part 3. I really hope that resonated. And if it did, then please remember to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you so much for being here and sharing your time and energy with me and letting me read for you today. I really do hope it helped. If it did, and if you'd like to support what I do on this channel, I have a PayPal tip jar down in the description, and your support would go a really long way in keeping all this content coming. So thank you so much for being here. Stick around to the outro for another reading on my channel, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.